This is fucking delightful, isn't it? Of all the stories of 2017, you got me doing this. You could give me any other news story from 2017, and I guarantee you I could sum it up in a minute. 1 minute. Just throw me anything in under a minute. Without mentioning Trump. Fine, you're on. Any subject in under a minute. Go on. Brexit. It's a bit broad. All right, Brexit. Okay, start of the year, the Tories publish a white paper containing their Brexit plans. It's about 5 words long. This wasn't meant to happen. Theresa May triggers Article 50. Brexit talks collapse before they've even begun, mainly because David Davis turns up to the negotiations with just a pencil and an inane grin. Which is fine, because we've only got to unpick thousands of regulations and laws and treaties spanning 43 years of EU membership, and then orchestrate a trade deal which requires the unanimous ratification of over 30 different national parliaments. No wonder David Davis was home by tea time. The whole thing is so embarrassing that even Big Ben decided to hide away behind some scaffolding and keep quiet until it's all over. Meanwhile, in the Remain camp, Remainers finally admitted that the reason people voted to leave the EU had nothing to do with what someone wrote on the side of a bus. Because let's face it, nobody did that, because that would be fucking ridiculous. Instead, they decided that 17 million people en masse decided that they didn't like the colour of their passport. Again, a fucking ridiculous notion, but it beats actually engaging with the thick racist Daily Mail bastards. I wonder how us Remainers lost the referendum with logic like that. There you go, Brexit. Boom. Go on, give me another. Give me another. The election. All right, sweet. This is fun, this. Okay, all right. Given that her ratings are the highest of any Prime Minister in living memory, Theresa May goes for broke and calls a snap election. What could possibly go wrong? All that Theresa May's election campaign reveals is that she's got the charisma of a potato. And Jeremy Corbyn became a political rock star, which is weird because he dresses like he's one of the Wurzels. And the reason he did well was his manifesto included policies like helping poor people out a bit, ensuring doctors and teachers get paid properly, which the pundits wrongly predicted would make voters run a mile. In the end, Theresa May was forced to team up with a bunch of Northern Irish creationists just to stay in power. Boom, there you go. Terrorism, fucking hell, Tim. All right, okay, Islamist extremism moved from flying planes into buildings to driving cars directly into people and then stabbing them. Oh, and then they blew up some children at a pop concert, all in the name of God Almighty. At another pop concert in Las Vegas, a gunman kills a lot of people, but when America realises the man in question isn't brown, which doesn't fit with their narrative of guns don't kill people, Muslims do, they soon forget all about it and start banning Muslims entering the country anyway. You know, anything so long as homicidal maniacs are allowed to exercise their constitutional right of buying military-grade weapons at Walmart. In fact, over 15,000 people were killed by guns in the US this year. That's 40 a day. Quite a habit. What else? Weinstein, yes, followed by Spacey. Moral panic understandably ensues. Soon anyone who has ever clumsily asked out a colleague on a date wonders if that makes them Jimmy Savile. Having looked at their behaviour, an entire generation of men quietly crept indoors and waited to see if and when the end of their career was going to be announced on Twitter. The Me Too hashtag then became Time magazine's Person of the Year, even though it's not a real person, which is much the same as last year, really, because, of course, Donald Trump won it. Fuck! Yeah, fine. Fine. My story of the year, Grenfell Tower. You know, I walk past that burnt out tower 2 or 3 times a week, and 6 months on, already you can feel that for many people living in Kensington, it is no longer a black sooted monolith that represents all that is wrong with our society. It's just an eyesore, which is why they put the flammable cladding up in the first place, stupid. Promises not kept, people still without homes, the dead forgotten. In entertainment, Doctor Who. Political correctness went mad as the Time Lord regenerated into a fucking northerner again. Yeah. Well, it might not be the most glamorous of the year's news stories, but dog poo hit the headlines in June when Croydon Council issued a warning to dog owners.